Welcome back. Here with us on Bazaar, and the morning setup looks at least good for now. We're looking at about a 0.5% increase on the SGX Nifty, 105 points higher. Let's focus on, of course, the big story that played out towards late last evening. The Adani Group promoters have sold stakes in 4 companies to GQG partners for a total consideration of 15,446 crore rupees. The promoter entity, SB Adani Family Trust, offloaded stocks in these group companies via multiple block deals yesterday in the day's trading action. Nimesh is joining in. Everything that we need to know about this. Nimesh, good morning. You had been alerting us about this in closing bell as well, and then we finally got the confirmation late in the evening. So tell us, this money obviously is going to the promoters. What's the market sense on this? Will they use it to reduce pledges, or how does it play out?
Well, Sirvi, this is indeed a big corporate development wherein the Adani family promoters have managed to raise 15,500 crores from one of the marqueest of the FINA, which is GQG Partners, which is run by Rajiv Jain. Now, they've sold stake in the 4 group entities, which is Adani Ports 8.6 crores, Adani Green 5.5 crores, Adani Transmission 2.8 crores, and in Adani Enterprise 4 crores shares got sold. So put together, they've raised 15,500 crores. Now, what they will use for is a realms of speculation. There is an expectation that they will like to reduce the pledge shares in all these 4 group companies. There is an expectation of they going ahead now with this money, subscribing to the Ambuja preferential warrants as well. So there are a lot of combinations and permutations which can be worked out. But the fact that the promoter entity has raised 15,500 crores and from one of the best names in this world will be a definitely positive for not only Adani Group stocks, but will have a rub-off on the bank stocks as well today.
Okay, all right, Nimesh, thanks very much for the details. They will definitely watch out for those names. In fact, we will do a very detailed discussion on all the developments surrounding the group yesterday, including, of course, some of the very important statements that came in from the court, the ruling where they've told SEBI to come out with their probe findings in 2 months' time. All of that coming up at 8:30. We'll have Prakash Diwan join in, Sandeep Parekh of FinSec Law on the legal aspects of this, as well as Sriram Subramaniam of InGovern on, of course, the corporate governance and disclosure aspects, which the public is, of course, debating.
Okay, all right. Well, let's move on then. Another stock that's going to be in focus is Alembic Pharma, and that's the lone stock in our top 10 that's likely to open up in the red, reacting to news that came late last night. Ekta joins us to fill us in with that update. Morning, Ekta.
Morning. Well, yes, it's definitely negative news which is coming for Alembic because they've taken an impairment review of their capital work in progress. So the impairment is to the tune of 1,150 odd crores, which is identified as capital work in progress, and it is taken on account of 3 new manufacturing facilities, which is basically 3 facilities in Gujarat. The write-down as per the company is on account of COVID-19, price erosion in the US markets, plus rates impacting the approval process from plants, basically a higher rate scenario globally. Now, they have said that basically the capital work in progress for the manufacturing facilities is higher than the recoverable amount. Secondly, they will be reorganizing their general reserves, which is to the tune of around 1,894 odd crores. So basically, these general reserves will be used in some form or manner in order to for the write down. So it is, I've spoken to a lot of people who look at the stock, and they have said that it is quite negative, considering that the company has already written off a significant amount with regards to Allure Derma, a JV that they had bought stake in some time ago, and hence the total amount of write-offs is over 1,000 odd crores for the company now, and hence it would be read negatively.
All right, Ekta, thank you very much for that. Now, GAIL should be in focus. Sonal is standing by to tell us why. Sonal, hi, morning.
Good morning, Prashant. Well, GAIL will be in focus because the regulator PNGRB, they've gone ahead and proposed a tariff hike to the tune of $60.92 per MMBTU. That's the tariff that they want to take it to, which would mean a 41% hike in GAIL's current tariff pipeline tariffs as well. Now, GAIL, remember, had recently proposed that the integrated tariffs across their pipeline should get an increase. They had proposed a 70% hike in tariff for their pipelines, but PNGRB has gone ahead and said that they will be able to increase it only by 41%, which is a fair number because Street was expecting a hike between 40 to 50% as well. Now, Morgan Stanley says that if this is actually approved, it would imply a 25% increase in the pipeline or the transmission business for GAIL as well, and it will lead to an increase in EPS by 12 to 14%. Important to remember, it is just a proposal. There is consultation which is pending on 6th of March. Post that is when the final decision will come through. But if 40% is hiked, it will be positive for GAIL, and that's why the stock is in focus today.
Okay, thank you, Sonal, for that. That seems to be pretty significant. EPS impact of 12 to 14% as per some street estimates. Let's go to Abhishek. Abhishek, morning. Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services, business update. How does it look?
Well, the business update looks fairly well if you take into comparison, January. So February business update does show that, the disbursements are at 4,185 crore, which is up more than 53% YOY and more than 4.5% on a month-on-month basis. However, this is the second lowest disbursements that you are seeing in last 5 months. A collection efficiency that was at 97% in Feb when compared to 95% in January and 98% on a YOY basis. So asset quality, the gross NPA ratio is similar to Jan levels, which was around 6.2%. The assets grew by 1.5% month-on-month. And so far, for the first 2 months, they have disbursed about 8,185 crore, which compares to about 5,053 crore in the same time last year, and about 9,750 crore that you saw in Q3's first 2 months. So just to alert our viewers, the October was a festive month, so the disbursals trend should be higher in that quarter. Back to you.
Okay, all right, Abhishek, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's move on to Reema. She's joining in with some more stocks in the news. Morning, Reema.
Hi, good morning. So let me start with Bharat Forge, because the Class 8 February truck orders, the North America truck orders have been revealed, and it's a better picture. So year on year, there is a growth of 10%. Month on month, there is an improvement of 5.6%. Remember, last month, in the month of January, there was a sharp drop-off in the North America Class 8 trucks. So just to give you some numbers, February had a figure of close to about 28,500. In the month of January, it dropped to 21,600, and that's when we were worrying. But that number has picked up a bit, now to 22,800. So some concerns on that front have been allayed. So Bharat Forge should be on your radar. Mastek, remember Mastek is an IT services company, a mid-cap company. It historically got a majority of its revenues from UK and Europe. But now increasingly they're focusing in on the American market as well. And America roughly contributes about 27-28% to their revenues. And here they've appointed Vijay Iyer, who was earlier in Persistent, as the president of the America region to fuel their business. And Natco Pharma should be on your radar, because there is a board meeting on 8th of March where they will consider a buyback. I was reading in there, the conference call of, the transcript of the conference call. They have ample cash in their books, 1,080 crores and very little debt. They have a little bit of working capital, but they have a fair amount of cash in their books to do a buyback. So 8th of March is the date you need to watch. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Reema. Well, let's run you through a quick recap of all the stocks we just covered. Stocks with positive news flow. They are the Adani Group stocks. That's Enterprises, Green, Ports, Transmission. Then you have GAIL, Mahindra Financial, Mastek, Natco Pharma, and Bharat Forge. While Alembic Pharma is the lone one that could open up in the red.
All right, we take a quick break on that note. Coming up on the other side, we'll be in conversation with Nishchal Maheshwari of Centrum Broking, discuss some fundamental ideas, and of course later we put the focus on the Adani saga. A lot of developments over the last 24 hours. Our panel of experts joins in to weigh in on the impact.
ए लड़की